Hello, Olivia. How are you doing today?
Doing well, thank you.
Good. My name is Priscilla. I'm an occupational therapy student. So today what I'm going to be doing is a range of motion test. So what this is going to assess your arm movements in different directions, which is that you use in your typical daily activities. And then this is going to require me to place my hands on your arm. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Okay. And then are you experiencing any pain today? 0 being no pain and 10 being the worst pain you've ever felt? Okay, perfect. So I'll go ahead and get started. Okay, Olivia, so the first one I'm going to be doing is your scapula. So this motion is just your shoulders just going to go from up to your ear and then back down. Okay? Move your hair out of the way. Up. And down. Okay. Now the next one, I'm going to grab your arm and I'm going to bring your arm, it's going to go forward and then back. Forward and then back. Okay? Okay, Olivia, so now I'm going to have you lay down, but I want you to face the couch on your side. Good. Just like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my arm right, hand right here, and I'm going to move your arm up, and then it's going to go back down. Okay? 1, 2, 3, go up, and then back down. And 1 time, up, and then back down. Okay, so now I'm going to be working on your shoulders. So the first one is we're just going to be moving your arm directly up all the way back down. Okay, and for this one, make sure that your thumb is facing up. There it is, so thumb up. Good, ready. All the way up and then back down. Good. Okay, so now I want you to go and move to your side. And do the same thing, but it's your arms move backwards this time. So remember, thumb up and then back. Okay, so now you're going to turn your hand to the side like this, and this time we're going to move your arm and go all the way up on your side. Okay, like that, good, and then back down, nice. Okay, so now again, keep your arm straight out like that, and then this time we're going to go over your chest to this side, okay? All the way across, nice, and then all the way back out this way. Okay, and now what we're going to do is just going to bend your elbow like this. And I'm going to bring your arm in motion. It's going to go down and then up. Okay?
Okay.
So down. Good. And then all the way back. Okay, so now I'm moving down to your elbow. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have you do like a bicep curl and go in and then back out. Okay? So in and then back out. Good. And now I'm going to have you hold the pen. You put that in your hand, and from here we're just going to move it inward, and then we're going to do the same motion and just go back. Okay? Out. Good. Okay, so now we're going to move on to your hand. So I'm going to go ahead and pick your hand up, and I'm just going to move your hand from side to side motion, okay? Okay. Just like that, good. And then your other side, nice. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and turn your hand sideways, and I'm going to be moving your wrist in and then back out, okay?
Okay.
Inward, nice. And now the other direction. Good. Okay, so now what I'm going to be doing is seeing if you can move your fingers out and then back in. So I'm just going to go out and then in, out and then back in, out, in. We're going to do your thumb. Good. Okay, and I'm going to flip your hand over, and I want to see if you can bend your finger all the way in and then extend it back out. Okay? So, bend it here, good. And then bend here. And go all the way down to the tip of your finger and bend it there. I'm going to do this on all 5 of your fingers. Down to your tip. Do the same thing here. Good. And then lastly, your pinky. And then bending it here. And then here as well. Good. And then we're going to do your thumb. So go over and bend it here. Good. Okay, so now we just want to see how far your finger can move back. So I'm going to start here. Good. Now move it down all the way to the tip of your finger. Good. Okay, now I'm going to flip your hand over, and I want to see if your thumb and your pinkies can touch. Just like that. I'm going to do it to each finger. Good. Hello, Olivia. So today, now we're going to be doing random muscle testing. So what this test does is going to assess the strength that you need to do your daily activities. And it's going to be the same motions that we did on the previous test, but this time I'm going to be applying some active resistance while you're running through those motions. Okay? All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to be testing, again, your scapula from the back, but for this, I'm going to have you raise your shoulders all the way up to your ears as high as you can. Go ahead and do that for me. Good. Okay, now I'm going to drop you slightly right there. Okay, leave them up. And now I'm going to apply some resistance. And then don't let me move you. Good. So you are at 5, so you're within normal ranges. Okay, so now for this one, I'm going to go ahead and have you lay down flat on your back. Good. And I'm going to have you have your hand touch the tip of your shoulder, and what we're going to do is I want your elbow to try to reach as high as you can up to the ceiling. Just like that. Good. Okay, now I'm going to let go of your resistance, and I'm going to drop you right there. Good. Okay, now go ahead and reach the ceiling, and don't let me move you. Good. Okay, so that was a 5 within normal ranges, so go ahead and sit up now and lay right on your stomach. Okay, so I'm going to move your hair out of the way. So for this one, go ahead again and touch your hand, try to the tip of your shoulder. And what you're going to do is you want your shoulder blades to come together and to touch. Okay, just like that. Okay, release. Right there. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and apply some resistance, and don't let me move you. Good. That's a 5 within normal ranges. Okay, so now we're going to move on to your shoulders. So what I want you to do is just go ahead and go reach all the way up towards the side of your head. Good. Drop you down to halfway point right here. And again, I'm going to apply some resistance, and don't let me move you, okay? So you want to try to reach your arms straight back up, okay? Good. 5. So now go ahead and switch to this side. We're going to do the same thing. Now I want to see how far you can move your arm all the way back. Good. Down right there. And again, reach back as far as you can. Okay, resistance. Good. That was a 5 as well. Okay, so now this time what I'm going to have you do is remember thumb up, and we're going to bring it all the way to the side and up towards touch your head. Good. I'm going to stand back here, and I want you to try to move your arm straight back up, but don't let me move you, okay? Good? And that was a 5. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I want you to remember to keep your thumb up. So go ahead and bring it to the side of your body like that. And what you're going to do is just bring it all the way across your chest. Perfect. And you put that halfway point right here. Switch positions. And I want you to try to put your arm in and don't let me move you, okay? Good. Okay, now go ahead and lay on your stomach for me. And then, good. What you're going to do is go ahead and touch your arm. And what you're going to do is you're going to try to reach your arm as far back as you can. Okay, just like that. Good. And release you just a little bit right here. Okay, and then, okay. Don't let me move you. Good. Okay, so now what you're going to do is we're going to keep your arm here just like this. And I'm going to have you try to push your arm to go in that direction if you want to go like this, okay? And I'm going to apply some resistance and don't let me move you, okay? Good? Okay, now do the same thing, but we're going to go forward, as far forward as you can. I'm going to drop you a halfway point right there, okay? This way. And don't let me move you. Good. Those are all 5 within normal ranges. Okay, so now we're going to move on to your elbow. So the first one that I want you to do is just go ahead and try to touch your arm to your shoulder. Good. Drop it right here. And then I'm going to apply some resistance and don't let me move you. Good. Okay. So now what I'm going to have you do is touch again your shoulder to your arm, but we're going to go all the way up just like this and try to have your hand touch the ceiling. Go up, up, just like that. Good. Go ahead and drop it back down. Release it right here. Good. Okay, now go ahead and try to touch your arm back up to the ceiling. Don't let me move you. Good. Okay, so that was 5, both within normal ranges. Now we're going to go put your hand up just like this, and I want to see if you can move your hand from here to here. Good. Okay, so I'm going to put you at halfway point right there. I'm going to apply some resistance, and don't let me move you, okay? Good. Okay, so now let me see, put your hand like this and try to flip it back over. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to put your hand here. And then go ahead and try to put your palm facing down and don't let me move you. Okay, so put your palm down. Good. Good. 5 within normal ranges. Okay, so now what I want you to do is see if you can put your thumb straight up just like mine. Good. And now what I want you to do is try to have your thumb touch your forearm. Just like that. Good. And release right there. I'm going to put some resistance. Now try to touch your forearm. Don't let me move you. Good. Okay, so now what you're going to do is have your arm go straight up, just like that. And I want you to have your pinky try to touch your forearm. Perfect. And then I'm going to move you halfway, right there. I'm going to apply some resistance. Don't let me move you. Good. That was a 5 within normal ranges. All right, so now for this one, what I want you to do is try to have your hand go all the way up, just like that. Good. Release. Right there. Okay. I'm going to apply some resistance. Don't let me move you. Good. Okay, now flip your hand over. And then we're going to do the same thing. Try to have your hand try to touch, go all the way up. Good. Let go. Release. All right. Place my hand here. Now don't let me move you. Good. Those are all 5 within normal ranges. Okay, so now we're going to move on to your fingers. So for this one, what you're going to do is I want to see how far you can curl in your finger. Just like that. Good. Release. And put you right there. Okay. Now go ahead and try to touch your finger into your palm. Good. Release. Okay, now I'm going to move down towards that tip of your finger right here. Go ahead and bend right there. Now put you right there. Okay, now go ahead and try to push in. Good. Okay, now we're going to do the very tip. And then go ahead and curl your finger in. Good. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing to the rest of your fingers. So go ahead and curl it in. I'll put you right here. Okay, so go ahead and try to curl your finger in. Good. Same thing here. Good. All right, the tip. Good. Okay, well, with this finger now, go ahead and see if you can bend it all the way in. Good. Okay. Go ahead and curl your finger. Good. Okay, the same thing. Good. And then the tip. Good. All right, now we're going to do your pinky. Go ahead and bend your pinky in. Okay. Apply some resistance. Don't let me move it. Good. Okay. Go ahead and bend your pinky here. And then apply some resistance. Don't let me move you. Good. And then we're just going to do the tip now. And don't let me move you. Good. Okay, so what you're going to do is I want you to try to put your arm up, thumb up as high as you can, just like that. Good. I'm going to apply some resistance. Right there. Go ahead. Don't move it. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to have you try to curl your thumb inward, just like that. Okay, apply some resistance. Don't let me move it. Good. Okay, and now we're going to do the tip of your thumb. And don't let me move it. Hold on. Right there. Now don't let me move it. Good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to focus on your thumbs now. So I want you to go ahead and give me a thumbs up like this. Put your hand up. Good. Give me a thumbs up. Nice. Release. Okay. Apply some resistance and don't let me move you. Good. Okay, and do the same thing here. Try to put your thumb up. Don't let me move you. Good. And then the tip of your thumb, go ahead and try to go up. Good. All right, so now for this one, now you put your arm up like this, and I want you to put your thumb down as far as you can. And what you're going to do is try to touch your thumb, bring it to your other fingers. Good. Do that again. Good. Okay, right here. And apply some resistance and try to bring your thumb up to your other fingers. Good. So you're going to put your arm like this, and I want you to try to give me a thumbs up. Good. Release it halfway, and then I'm going to put some resistance and don't let me move it. Good. Okay, so now I want you to go ahead and put your fingers flat, and I'm going to do one finger at a time, but what we're going to do is I want to see if you can put your finger up like this. Good. Okay, apply some resistance, and don't let me move it. Good. Okay, now I'm going to move down towards the bottom of your finger. Again, see if you can move your finger up. Good. Now don't let me move it. Good. And the tip of your finger now, try to move it up. Good. Okay, I'm going to do that to the rest of your fingers. So see if you can move your middle finger up. Good. Don't let me move it. Now further down. Go ahead and try to move your finger up. Good. And the very tip. Good. Okay. Now this index finger, or not, I'm sorry, not your index finger, your ring finger. Go ahead and see if you can move it up. Good. And don't let me move. Okay. Now further down. Good. And now the tip of your finger. Good. Good. All right, now your pinky. Go ahead and see if you can put your pinky up. Good. And then again, go ahead and put it up. Good. And then the very tip. Good. Okay, so now what I want to test is seeing if you can open up your fingers like this and then bring them back together. Good. So I'm going to have you put your arm like this and open up your pinkies and then see if you can bring your pinky to your ring finger. Good. Right there. Okay. I'm going to apply some resistance and don't let me move it. Try to have your pinky touch your ring finger. Good. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing to your ring finger. Try to have your ring finger touch your middle finger. Good. Okay, now I'm going to apply some resistance and don't let me move it. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing to your index finger. So go ahead and place your hand like this and try to have your index finger touch your middle finger. Let me see. Go ahead and do it. Good. Right there. And go ahead. Let me move it. Good. Okay, so we're going to be doing the same thing. I want to see if you can open and close your fingers, but this time I'm going to be putting resistance on the opposite side, okay? So go ahead and put your pinky inward like that, and then I'm going to put it halfway, and I'm going to try to put your pinky out. Good. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing to your ring finger. Try to move your finger outward. Good, and I'm going to apply some resistance. Try to push out. Good. Okay, now we're going to do the same to your index finger. You want to try to see if you can move your finger out. And go ahead and drop it back in. Release. Okay, now push out. Good. Okay, so now we're going to do your middle finger. So for this part, go ahead and put your fingers out and then back in. Open it up. Okay, so now I want you to try to have your middle finger touch your index finger. Good. Okay, now flip it back over and we're going to do the same thing, and I want your middle finger to try to touch your ring finger, okay? Hold on, wait, right there. Okay, go ahead. Good. Okay, so now what you're going to do is flip your hand over just like this, and I want you to try to touch your pinky to your thumb. Good. And I'm going to try to separate them, but I want you to try to keep your pinky and your thumb together. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Don't let me move it. Good. Now we're going to do your ring finger with your thumb. And don't let me move it. Good. And then your middle finger. Good. And now your index finger. Nice job. All right. Thank you so much, Olivia.
Thank you.